Hello, I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and what just happened? It's Halloween. It's Hell in a Cell. Halloween. What just happened? So here I am dressed as The Undertaker, or let's be honest, Cher. And Hell in a Cell just happened. Now obviously the main point of this video is going to be the main event. The first ever women's main event on a pay-per-view and the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match. That's going to be the majority of this video, so let's absolutely race through what came before. Overall, I thought it was a good show. It blew Clash of Champions out of the water, but then again, a man just going would have blown Clash of Champions out of the water. It felt like a well-structured card. You had 1, 2, 3 Hell in a Cell matches, and to be honest, I didn't like the whole idea of 3 cell matches. It really devalued the cell, and to be honest, yeah, it did. None of the matches really used the cell to its full potential, but it gave it a nice Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 structure, which, you know, as a storytelling nerd, I liked. The kickoff match, the 6-man cruiserweight tag, hooray for flips, woo, over you go. The first Hell in a Cell match between Rusev and Roman Reigns, this was really good, I thought. Rusev looked good, like it doesn't matter that he lost when he's doing stuff like pulling a chain across his mouth, whipping him with a chain in the middle of the ring. That made it feel like a Hell in a Cell match. That kind of barbarism you don't see very often. Yeah, Roman won, you may hate Roman, fine. I thought it was a hard-hitting, fun, creative match. Second up, Dana versus Bayley. That sure as shit happened, didn't it? Bayley won, hooray. Enzo and Cass versus your bald uncles. Enzo and Cass are invincible, really. They made a tortured Toy Story metaphor work. Nothing can touch them. They're golden, and as such, they didn't need to win this match. The right team won. It felt like it never really got going. Had a couple of nice things at the beginning, and you know, the extended talking probably cut down their minutes, but then again, talking is what Enzo and Cass do. Magic Killer 1, 2, 3, again, it feels inconsequential. Then you had the second Hell in a Cell match, and then in terms of if you just limit it to in-ring competition, this was the match of the night. That table spot was that's the sugar Taker likes. Owens and Rollins, first of all, had a much better wrestling match than they did at Clash of Champions. Then Jericho got involved. It looks like Jericho versus Rollins is going to be the feud going forward. You know, they're going to delay the Triple H thing. Damn it. Overall, it was a great match. It escalated well from the first Hell in a Cell match. That used chains and stairs. This used chairs and tables, so it felt like a step above. And yeah, it really did just live and die on that table spot, but it was a really, really good table spot. Like the building of it, it sort of reminded me of the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn feud from when they were in Ring of Honor, or the Kevin Steen, El Generico feud, if you want to be a hipster about it. I remember in my day. I don't know what I'm doing. Then the Cruiserweight match, gosh, you could hear the crowd sleeping. That's a shame. Come on, Purple match. Come on, Purple match, be good. Brian Kendrick won via shenanigans, headbutt into the bully choke. I won't call it the captain's hook. TJ Perkins, your credibility can rest in peace. Because, yeah, you look really dumb falling for that whole, oh no, please, I'm Brian Kendrick, no, don't, please, oh no, I'd never betray you, no, just come over, bring your head closer to mine, no, won't betray you though, please, just bring it, bang, stupid TJ Perkins, and yeah, zero credibility now. Shame. I wish the crowd had been into the match because it was quite fun. But hey. The Tag Team Championship match, it's been a weird night of heel-face dynamics. In the first match, Rusev took a load of kendo stick shots to the throat and the bare chest and the back of the neck, and Roman took a few across his chest protector. And I guess he's the family disparaging face, whereas Rusev is the brave guy fighting for his country against all the odds. It's weird. And yes, in this match, like SummerSlam, the New Day disqualified themselves in order to keep their titles. That feels like bullshit. Ultimately, I think it's quite a smart booking decision because, yeah, New Day keep their belts so they can go towards a demolition record, and Cesaro and Sheamus aren't quite at the place where they used to be. Like, they had those belts won if it hadn't been for the outside interference. So, yeah, I'm interested to see where they go next. You can't say fairer than that. It's just a shame that the ending had to be so bleh. And finally, the main event, which is what we're going to talk about in great length. Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. Halfway through the show, it became apparent this was going to be not only the first women's Hell in a Cell match, but the first WWE proper pay-per-view headlined by a women's match. And in that sense, I think it was a success. A great success, in fact. And a lot of people, based on some of the clumsiness of the spots and the annoyingly weak ending, because that table, f*** you table, a lot of people are decrying this and saying, well, yeah, if this happened with a guys match, you'd hate it, right? Well, yeah, but that's not how context works. In the context of this being a big deal, I think the match lived up to what it needed to be. At the beginning, Charlotte's entrance was amazing. Sasha's entrance was amazing. They both looked like absolute blockbuster megastars. The cage came down and they finally sold the fear of being in the cage. Charlotte got off to a great heel start, blindsiding Sasha. The powerbomb through the announce table. Sure, the whole stretcher thing, that took a bugger of a long time, mostly because the cables were caught in her neck brace. And Jesus God, why didn't you cut to Charlotte in the ring? Kevin Dunn, are you kidding me? So Sasha finally gets off the stretch and gets back into the ring. She's fighting from underneath as an underdog champion. Charlotte is the obnoxious heel. The story going into it, I genuinely thought it was a bit long, but the match preamble, it was reminiscent of Hell in a Cell 2014 with Ambrose and Rollins, but I thought it really worked. It made Sasha look tougher fighting on. It gave the match this big feel. I thought it was a shame that they teased going up to the roof but never actually did it. That's a bit Chekhov's Hell in a Cell bad, a little bit. But inside the cell, I thought the match was great. Sasha being slingshotted, landing on her neck, Sasha just bumping just horribly the whole time. Why do you do this to my little heart, Banks? There were lots of spots. I feel so fucking bad that the table spots, barely any of them worked. Charlotte gently falling back into a table and the crowd booing, and then the ending. So let's talk about the ending. All in all, it was a good match. I thought it felt main event caliber. Then the ending, Charlotte going over. It does feel like bollocks, doesn't it? The first proper women's main event. It should be a confetti moment. Sasha walking away with the win in her hometown, confetti cannons, everything. It would have been great. I'm not sure if the finish was changed because the table wouldn't break, or maybe Sasha, I don't know. But Sasha being thrown into the table twice, neither time the table looking like it was even thinking about breaking, and then a natural selection, and then 1, 2, 3. The title's been hot potatoed a bit, which I genuinely think does not help. A lot of it was born of necessity, Sasha having to take time off because she bumps like a maniac, and I think that was a shame. I honestly think, yeah, if you're building Bayley against Charlotte for Mania, I understand that, but in a hometown history-making match, it let a lot of air out of the tires. And from what I can gather, like, the atmosphere in the arena was just like, wait, that was the finish? Oh, and it's a shame. Hell in a Cell as a whole was strong. Like, Bayley versus Dana was a dud. The ending of the tag match was a bit of a dud. I mean, the cruiserweight match I felt technically was strong, but didn't have the crowd reaction. But all in all, the 3 cell matches I thought all delivered. And it's just a shame that the ending aesthetic, how it looked, how that ending felt, didn't feel right. And all in all, I choose to look at the positives. Call me a social justice warrior if you must, but I think the match was important enough that we should look at the positives here, and not the lesson we're taking away being women shouldn't have done that. Instead, shame about some questionable decisions, but as a night of wrestling, it felt big. It felt like the biggest one since SummerSlam. And with Survivor Series around the corner, it feels like the year is building to a nice big crescendo, and that's great. Hell in a Cell. Good. Historic. Huge. Wish it just stuck the landing. So, that is what just happened. What did you think of Hell in a Cell? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter here. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and rest in the peace. Don't know. Bye.